Michael was a young man full of dreams. Tall, handsome, and ambitious, he had just landed a job at a construction company in the city. His laughter was contagious, his energy endless, and his heart generous. In the same city lived Grace, a gentle, beautiful university student. They met at a friend's birthday party, and their connection was instant. From that day, Michael and Grace were inseparable. They spent evenings by the lakeside, making promises. "Grace," Michael whispered one night, "I will build a future for us. You'll never lack anything by my side." Grace smiled, resting her head on his shoulder. "And I will stand by you, Michael, no matter what happens." Their love blossomed. Friends envied them, neighbors admired them. They were the perfect couple, or so it seemed. But destiny had other plans. One rainy morning, Michael set out for work. Grace waved from the doorway, reminding him to be careful. The road was slippery, and as his bus crossed a bridge, a truck lost control and rammed into them. The crash was brutal. Many were injured, some lost their lives. Michael survived, but at a great cost. Days later, he woke up in the hospital to the sound of beeping machines and Grace's muffled sobs. The doctor's voice was grave. "Michael, your spine was badly damaged. You may never walk again. And your eyes suffered severe trauma. Your sight is gone." The room spun. Michael's dreams, his promises, his future, all shattered in a moment. He reached out blindly, finding Grace's trembling hand. "Grace, will you still stay with me?" Tears rolled down her cheeks. She squeezed his hand, whispering, "I'll never leave you." But inside her heart, fear had begun to grow. First, Grace tried. She visited daily, fed him, read to him, and comforted him. But as weeks turned into months, the weight of caring for a blind and immobile man grew heavier. Michael's once bright laughter turned into silence. His dreams of building houses were gone. His career ended before it began. He now depended on others for everything. Grace's friends began to whisper, "Grace, you're too young to waste your life on him. You deserve a man who can give you the future he promised." Slowly, those whispers planted seeds in her heart. She began visiting less often, making excuses. When Michael asked why, she sighed, "I'm busy with schoolwork, you understand." Michael felt her slipping away but clung to hope. "She loves me," he told himself. "She promised." But one evening, when he reached for her hand, she pulled it away. "Michael," she said softly but firmly, "I can't do this anymore." His world, already dark, became even darker. The next morning, Grace packed her belongings and left. No long goodbye, no final hug, just silence. Michael waited for days, believing she would return. Nurses pitied him, some even lied, saying she was just busy. But as weeks passed, he accepted the bitter truth. Grace had abandoned him. He wept until no more tears would come. His body was weak, but his spirit screamed in pain. "She left me when I needed her most," he whispered into the empty room. Yet, in the depths of despair, kindness found him. A volunteer nurse named Elizabeth began spending extra time with him. She read to him, encouraged him, and reminded him of his worth. "Michael, your life is not over. You may not walk, you may not see, but you can still live, inspire, and achieve." Her words planted hope like seeds in dry soil. Years later, Michael transformed his pain into purpose. With Elizabeth's help, he learned to use technology for the blind. He mastered voice software, studied online, and eventually became a motivational speaker. His story inspired thousands, proving that brokenness can be a beginning, not an end. One day, after giving a powerful speech at a university hall, Michael was introduced to the audience. The applause was thunderous, and among the crowd, silently sitting at the back, was Grace. She watched with tears streaming down her face. She had married someone else, but her marriage was broken, and her heart full of regret. Seeing Michael, strong, confident, loved, and respected, pierced her soul. After the event, she approached him hesitantly. "Michael, it's me, Grace." Michael turned toward her, voice For a moment, silence filled the air. Then he smiled faintly. "Grace, I forgave you a long time ago, but you must understand, when you left, I died. The man you loved no longer exists. I am someone new now, and in this new life, you have no place." Grace wept bitterly, realizing she had abandoned a man who, despite his losses, had risen higher than she ever imagined. Michael walked away with Elizabeth guiding him, his head held high, his heart finally free.